Hi, everybody, and thank you for watching our broadcast. Today will be a different broadcast, and this time we usually give you a monthly broadcast or global snapshot about the month of September. I don't want to do this time. And I don't want to even to talk to you as just the president of One Free World International or even as a Christian minister. Something happened recently that actually disturbed me a lot, and I would like to share it with you. Most of you have been members of One Free World International now for more than a decade. And I appreciate and I value our friendship, and I appreciate your support and being a member of One Free World International. But just in the last few weeks, I got news from a third party about a little Pakistani girl by the name Huma. Huma is 14 years old. She was kidnapped in Punjab from her home. She's a Christian girl, 14 years old. She was kidnapped by a Muslim extremist, taken to another town, and was forced to convert to Islam, and was raped, and was forced to marry the man and the criminal that raped her. Now, I never have the privilege of being a father. And quite honestly, with my old age, I really doubt that this is what happened. But I can tell you that I have many spiritual kids, and many of my refugees become my kids. And I can tell you, as a man, as a spiritual father, this story starts to happen too often that is actually pissing me off. Now, I apologize for my language. I'm sure that many of you, when you turn on this broadcast, the majority of time you will find me very polite, very proper, but quite honestly, this is really upsetting. A 14 years old that would be kidnapped, raped, forced to convert to Islam, and forced to marry the man that raped her. And the conscience of the world doing nothing about it. And this story is not just this one last story. I can assure you there is many stories like this and many stories like this coming to happen. Now, kidnapping a child is a crime. Raping a child is a catastrophe. Forcing this child to convert from Christianity to Islam is the most horrible thing. But if we remain silent about it, that's really even much worse. Because in a situation like this, we have two options. We become part of the problem, or we become the heart of the solution. All through my years, especially in the recent years, been working with the Yazidi survivors of sex slavery, working with many girls of rape. In many cases, I actually felt ashamed of being a man. It's affected me so badly that it actually hurt me. And I'm so tired of raping the innocents. I am so tired of witnessing and seeing and reading about stories of rape. And I have no idea when this stopped. I don't know why. I don't know even why a criminal would decide to do something like this. And I don't want to know why. And I don't want to understand the mind of a rapist. I don't understand evil, and I don't want to understand evil, but I can tell you that I am here to fight it. And I know that Huma, as she is right now in the hand of this criminal, in the hand of this monster, is waiting for every and each one of us to take an action. Is waiting for every and each one of us to not to remain silent on this crime. And if many of you remember the story of Neha, who took many years ago, a little Pakistani girl in the age of 2.5 years that was raped as well because of her religion, because she's Christian. And One Free World International was able to rescue this little girl and her family and bring them here to Canada. We will have to repeat that, and we will save and we'll rescue to the best of our ability, and we'll continue trying. We will not give up, even if I give my life for it. And here is my message to every man commit this crime or thinking about this crime. Do me a favor, don't call yourself a man and don't call yourself a human. You can call yourself anything else, but not a man and not a human. And I promise you, even though I don't understand your evil, I will fight you until the end. And as we rescued Niha, we will rescue Huma. And we will rescue every case like this, and we'll fight for them like we're fighting for our own children. So here is what I know. I know that Huma, 14 years old, being kidnapped and raped and forced to convert to Islam from Christianity. We know her location, and we know that the criminal that kidnapped her is by the name Abdul Gabbar. And as we are talking right now, One Free World International assembled last Sunday one of the best teams in Canada, and assembled a team also in Pakistan in an order to start to put the plan to rescue Huma. As I cannot share with you this plan for security purposes, I can tell you that we will not give up on her. And I can tell you that I will need every and each one of you help and support. You can communicate with the Pakistani embassy. You can communicate with the Pakistani authority. You can communicate with the media. You can communicate with Canadian Member of Parliament. You can communicate with our Prime Minister. Huma's case right now in the Supreme Court, but because the police in Pakistan is corrupted, because the court in Pakistan is corrupted, and because the people, the extremists in Pakistan is part of the problem, we don't have much hope in their justice system. So we will have to bring justice by ourselves. And I can tell you this by fact. Once again, we will never give up on Huma. I never met her, I never saw her, but she is my daughter. She is your daughter. She is your sister. She is my little sister. I am sick and tired that every day I'm hearing these stories. I'm sick and tired of seeing victims getting hurt, innocence being taken away from them, and criminals, rapists, getting away with it without being presented to the justice system. And for that, I'm asking from you today, in our normal broadcast, to join forces with us and fight for Huma. Thank you, and I will see you again soon.